Well, thank you very much for the generous introduction, Victor. And where's our governor? Our next governor of the state of New Mexico, Diane Dennis. Here she is. Now, this is an unexpected treat for me because we were supposed to take double duty on this. Our governor was going to come in first and spend a couple hours, and then I was supposed to cover the second half. And so it's great that we're able to be here together. We've been traveling all over the state, but unfortunately we only get to be together about 50% of the time because we're trying to cover as much ground as possible to make sure that the Democrats are elected up and down the ticket on November 2nd. That's what we're going to do. Let me tell you, for those folks out there that doubt we forgot where our base is, you correct them right now, because we've got a great federal delegation, and Diane Dennis is going to lead the ticket, standing tall for labor in New Mexico, standing tall for democratic values, for education, families, small businesses, and the things that are important to each and every one of you. That's what this race is about, and that's why we're going to be successful on November 2nd. I have been thrilled and honored to be spending the last 7 weeks with our next governor of the state of New Mexico. And she is extremely well received every single place we go. You know why? Because she's not a one-trick pony. She hasn't been a prosecutor for 22 years and then decided she knows how to run the state of New Mexico. She has been working for families her entire life, standing for small business and for our children each and every day. You know, I'll tell you, I got approached down in, I think it was, where was I? My goodness. Who knows? Thank you, Governor. I was in Espanola. I love telling this story. The governor's got it memorized now. I was in Espanola, and I had a Susana Martinez supporter come up to me and say, now, Brian, I know you, and I know you well, and I need you to tell me, she said, tell me you didn't say that Susana Martinez was all sizzle and no steak? And I said, well, as a matter of fact, I did, but that's not my favorite line. Let me give you my favorite line. She's all hat and no cattle. That's who Susana Martinez is. Now, let me tell you, I've worked in the DA's office. It's important work. Being a prosecutor is an important job, and it's something that's necessary. But let me tell you something. When you've done it for 22 years, you've got tunnel vision. You don't understand what it's like to need to serve all 33 counties of New Mexico. You don't know what it's like to fight for early childhood development like our governor is going to fight for each and every day on that fourth floor. You don't know what it's like to fight for health care in New Mexico. You don't know what it's like to fight for our children's education system, and you don't know what it's like to fight for small businesses. And let me tell you, all those things, that's exactly what Diane Dennis has been doing for the last 20 years. And I'm grateful to be on her ticket. Let me close by saying this. We've got less than 108 days to go till the election. Are we 108? Where are we at? 108. Okay. We've got 108 days to close the deal. To close the deal. And I need you to continue communicating with us about what we need to do to make that happen. Whether it's I'm out there in the 33 counties fighting and talking about the importance of veterans and the importance of taking care of our veterans here in New Mexico, like Jim Lujan. Thank you, Jim, for your service and being a great Democrat. Or whether it's fighting for early childhood development like Diane's been fighting for years in New Mexico. You've got to communicate with us. Now, some of you know this already, but I try and be pretty accessible. But I'm going to apologize in advance. I've been getting a few more calls than usual. So it's taking me a little longer to call you back than it used to. But I tell you what, when Tom Solomon calls and says, we need some help up here in my ward, you can count on me being there, Tom. We've got 108 days to do it. We're going to do it together. Stand tall for Democrats, democratic values, and the future of our great state of New Mexico. Thank you, Diane Dennis, our next governor of the beautiful land of the gentleman.
So I think Brian has to quit getting more applause than I have. You know, it's not a good thing. However we have to do it, you know what? I think that's what we really know and believe. Doesn't matter who gets the credit, as long as we get the job done.